how come you quit pro play? And like, what was your reasons? You know, there's got to be reasons why.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
So I quit because of many different reasons. I'll just run down them. One, the team that I was on with Formal, Crimsix, and Scump, we won 3 majors in a row before we lost champs. And at that time, the fact that we lost champs, it felt like the first 3 championships we won together didn't matter. Like, you didn't win the big one, so nobody's going to remember the first 3. And that history has proven that. You know, like, people talk about the OpTic dynasty with Karma on the team. And I guess, you know, selfishly, it kind of makes me upset. I don't think about it, but when people bring it up, I'm like, well, what about the first 3 majors of the goddamn year that we won? Like, what happened to that? But at that point, I was on a team that was so talented, there was nowhere else for me to go. Like, when you have Scump, Formal, and Crimsix on the team, their expectation at that point, since we won 3 tournaments, we should be winning every tournament that we play in. And I was, you know, from a stats perspective, the weakest on the team. And I was always a scapegoat. You know, there were probably moments where I could have lost us a map because I didn't put up enough kills in hardpoint. But the problem was everybody in the community blamed me. And so when you have all the attention and you are the most popular team, there's good and bad that come with that. And I was just so tired of people. No, if we lost a map, it was just Nadeshot. Yeah, you know, I grew pretty thick skin over time. I had to deal with a lot through my competitive career. But that one was just kind of like the last straw. There was nowhere for me to go. Like, I couldn't stay on that team. They weren't pushing me out. I'm sure Crimsix wanted to, but I left on my own terms, and I left myself. The other part of it was, too, is that we weren't making any money back in the day. Like, we didn't have salaries on OpTic. There were a couple sponsorships that Hector brought to us. It's kind of hard for me to remember, but we did not have a salary. And the only money I was making was from YouTube and Twitch, and I'm a couple years removed from dropping out of community college. I'm like, okay, well, I've got all these people that love to watch me play. I got a new Call of Duty comes out every single year. Let me go try to make a living so that I don't ever have to worry about getting a job when my competitive career is all said and done. So that was the second reason. And the third reason was I was just tired of the schedule. You know, I just felt like I couldn't do anything other than compete. And, you know, sometimes I miss that. You know, hindsight's 2020. Now that I'm where I'm at today, I would have loved to stay in the game for like a couple more years. Like, I think if I would have got to play Black Ops 3, I would have been pretty good at that game. And then even, well, I'm glad that I missed Infinite Warfare. But yeah, there was just a lot of pressure to be in the position I was in, and I couldn't mentally handle it anymore. Because even, too, the dynamic of the team was tough. Because we used to stream our scrims as well. And Crimsix is the most he's won the most tournaments out of any Call of Duty player, but he's very hard-headed, and so am I. So anytime that we'd have a disagreement on how to play the game, everybody would be telling me to shut the fuck up. It's Crimsix talking. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's funny.
I just felt like I was in a position where I couldn't speak my mind because everybody would just call me a fucking idiot. Where, you know, hey guys, guess what? You know, if I wasn't good enough to like be considered one of the best players mechanically, I won a tournament every single year that I competed, a major tournament every single year. And yeah, you can argue I had Scump with me. I had some of the best players. You know, I had Merc, I had Big Timer, I had all these guys. But at the end of the day, like, at what point are we going to consider that, you know, hey, I'm not dropping 40 fucking kills a map? Is there ever been a roster where everybody's got 40 fucking kills besides like Advanced Warfare? You had people slugging it out. You know, people had a ton of kills. But not every... If I got fucking Scump and Formal dropping 40s, how many kills on the map do you think there are for me? Like, you know, so listen, I know I wasn't, as the last thing I'll say, I know I wasn't the best mechanical player, but I couldn't even have my own identity on the team because even if I had an opinion, it's like, hey, shut the fuck up, let Crimsix talk. So